All right, guys, we made it down here again. We got the Badger. Using it to unload my car. I'm going to use this all weekend long for all kinds of stuff. This is a trailer that they don't sell with it, but you can basically hook up any trailer. At the time of editing, they've just dropped the new trailer. Here it is, available on Vcarts website. Welcome back to Scooter Gang. Today is a special day, day 2 on the Badger from Vcarts. I have a good friend here today, PaulE E-Wheels. I'd like to welcome him back to the channel. He's already been in a few videos before, but today he's here to ride the Badger, the electric ATV 4x4, whatever you want to call this thing. We're still deciding whether it's a scooter or a quad, but he is an expert at ATVs. He grew up riding very fast ATVs. I think he said a 450R. So he's gonna be able to give it a little bit more of a fair test than me. So I'm excited to see. He's gonna try and do some wheelies, and we're gonna try and get some really cool shots. And at the end of the day, we're gonna take it down through the creek, see how it can do and how many times it gets stuck. So this is gonna be a great video. Thanks for watching, guys. Whoop.
Scooter Gang out. Scooter Gang. Oh, we're only in 2-wheel drive. Yeah, this thing is crazy, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Hey, this thing is crazy. Alright, I'm gonna go 4-wheel drive, y'all. We've been cruising in 2-wheel. Look how easy this is. That's called push button 4-wheel drive.
Alright, I'm putting my seatbelt on.
Sorry, we had an incident.
I don't post that. My dad doesn't need to know. Oh, it's too late. Ben hit a tree.
You were all up on my side.
Woo! Alright, I'm strapped and locked and loaded here.
I'm so impressed with how well it handles over logs and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, popping.
Even like that little 6-inch log back there.
How'd it go?
You like it? Yeah, this is crazy. And 3 was almost too powerful because it becomes snappy and you start grabbing the front. This thing is insane. This thing will take your breath away. I had it in 4-wheel drive ripping through the woods down there, and it almost just snapped me right off. Having motors in the front wheels is just insane. Instead of having a gas motor with four-wheel drive front axles, it just instant torque. When you don't even want to and you're just hanging on, it just takes off on you. Whoa! And it just got burnout power. I didn't expect it to burn like all 4 tires. Like, whoa. This is for wheelies, y'all. This is in case you want to pop it up. Oh. Ah! We gotta find a better spot. Iowa shenanigans, y'all. Gotta ride on one wheel, you know, PaulE wheels. All right, scooter gang, this is how you ride a wheelie on a Badger. Oh, I'm getting slippery. Let's take a break.
Your Uber has arrived. You're good. Just a neighbor.
I really had to go in there because you got to do a slide and then a twist. Now two-wheel drive.
Wait, that wasn't 2 that whole time?
No, we were doing four-wheel drive burnouts is what I was trying to do.
It should work way better in 2. This guy's coming back.
Alright, I gotta get back down there. I just got
Scooter gang, we out here doing wheelies. Ah! Ah! Back her up, back her up. Ah!
So hard.
Every time I get in front of the camera, I get nervous. Watch out for that.
Those were good ones.
Mommy, I need a Band-Aid.
Uh-oh. Got a
Got
wound
real
here.
injury. From a dead stop.
Yeah, it almost needs a little bit more of a foot spot back there.
Something, yeah, that was
That's really good though.
I think it's so far back. It's almost right there.
It's impossible, huh?
Well, if we had some foot pegs, I think it'd be a different story.
All right, guys, welcome to the creek. All right, let me redo that shot. All right, guys, welcome to the creek. This is the spot we come to get stuck. And a lot of times we get stuck with much, much bigger things than this. So this will be a really interesting test to see if this can make it through, because it is a bit lighter than stuff like this gator over here. And the Polaris, the Ranger, whatever. These other things get up to 1,500, 2,000 pounds, they're telling me. So with us at 400 pounds, we may have a huge advantage going through creeks like this. We have no idea if this is gonna work. So full disclosure, if I get stuck on the first run, nothing against this machine, because we are getting stuck on the big machines. There's so much water and mud in the creek right now. Before we took the Badger in the creek, we decided to scout it out with the bigger machines. This is a Polaris 1000 and a John Deere Gator XUV, and we managed to get both of them stuck within a few minutes. This creek only runs for so far, and you have to turn around at each end, and when you get to the spot where you have to turn around, it gets very tricky to get this thing turned around. And sometimes you get it stuck, you get it buried up to the frame, and even these big machines, you just can't get them out. The only way to get them out is with the winch. So you have to take a winch, get out, loop it around a tree, get back in, slowly winch this thing out. It's a process. Honestly, it's a real pain in the butt, if I gotta be honest with you. But eventually you can get free. But the moral of the story here is that these big machines can get stuck just as easily as anything else in this creek, because it's just deep mud. It's very deep mud. You can see this is just really slippery. It's about a foot deep. I'm standing in here, and then you sink about a foot into the mud as well. It becomes a very sticky situation when you get stuck. At one point, we were using both the winches on both the machines just to get them both unstuck. It was a bit of a mess, but it definitely a learning experience, and shows you really that this creek is very, very hard to get through. This is not an easy test. Hole I'm standing in. And definitely, Vcarts wanted me to mention this before I show you guys any of these clips. This is not recommended. This is an extreme durability test here. We want to see if this thing can handle it, but this is not something that they recommend you to do. The maximum depth you're supposed to go is through 6 inches of water. That's the clearance, and you don't want to submerge your battery. If you really care about your machine, you're probably not going to do what we're going to do, but here we are. We're going to do it anyways. I'm going to show you a picture right now of what it was about 2 weeks ago, I think, when the deer cam captured a raging river, literally standing right where we're at right now. This was about 2-3 feet deep. So as you can see, a lot less water than in that picture, but plenty of water here. We can submarine this if we're not careful. So we're going to obviously try not to get stuck, try not to break the thing, and have a little fun, see if this is all possible with the Badger. Let's go. I'm going to basically sacrifice these shoes. I brought the wrong shoes today. Big mistake. Put it on 4-wheel drive first off. And let's put it on gear 3 so we got full power. Easily. Easily. Doesn't even think about getting stuck. Look, we can even stop right here in the mud. And you can start moving again. That's real traction right there. Let's go. Second run here. Ready? With ease. Look at that. Woo-hoo! Too easy. It barely even bogged down, like going straight through there. I'm amazed, especially after, guys, I literally drove that gator over there yesterday and got it stuck in about 10 seconds multiple times. I think I got it stuck 3 times after about 10 seconds each. This is already doing better than the gator was for me yesterday. Easily. Look at that, it gets right out of that mud hole with ease on this. You got that instant electric torque. There's no debate about whether if you're digging out. Deer tracks, guys. We're in literally one of the trophy counties of the entire country here for white-tailed deer. And we're gonna come back and shoot a deer with this machine and haul it out too. Ready? See if we can back out of here. Right out like nothing. Whoop, getting bogged down a little. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did I get it stuck finally? We might be a little stuck here, guys. We're in 4-wheel. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do a little toying with it first. We might have to lift this one. Guys, we officially buried it. Looks like I'm going to barefoot mode here. Now the question is, can I get it out by myself? As you can see, this thing's pretty heavy, 400 pounds. We're not gonna lift it this way. But look at that, you actually can. Way easier to get out than those big ones. Now, did that actually do anything? I don't know, but let's see if we can back up a little here. See if we can go forward a little. Uh-oh. We might need a second hand here. I'm no expert. What do you think, Ben?
I think we just pick it up and move it over a couple feet.
Let me try that. This could be how you get out of jams with this thing. It's so light, you can just barely squat it, right? Boom. See you do that with your Polaris. Alright, now we're on barefoot mode. Let's be extra careful. Let's see if we can get out of this now. We're in drive, we're in 3. And we're free all by ourselves, no help. Alright, who else wants to turn? Close one. We're gonna put some more gear on before we do this anymore, I think.
How'd you get sideways there?
He's trying to turn around.
Oh.
There it is. Just don't throw your back out. Here a lot easier, we'll see. This is like a crazy angle. That was close. We almost lost it there. But we made it. Don't know if we have enough clearance for this rock. Let's try it. Look at that, just enough. Get a little mud on the tires. Literally have no problem with this machine. That's crazy to me. What a beast. I'm so happy with this thing, guys. Wow. If you guys haven't noticed yet, my lovely girlfriend Jordyn Moves hasn't showed up in this video yet. That's because she was busy at work this day we were down there. So I decided to go grab her the next day, and we came back again, not only to give her a good chance to ride the Badger, but to come back and go even harder in the creek. I saw some of the clips we had gotten this first day, and I decided we just had to go deeper in the water, bigger splashes, really test this machine to its maximum. So like I said originally, don't try this at home, but here we go on day 2.
Hey guys, Jordyn Moves here today. This is my first time trying out the Badger e-scooter from Vcarts, so I'm super excited. This thing is an off-road beast. It has independent suspensions on all tires. We'll see what we get into. And I know it looks intimidating. I'm intimidated. I haven't rode it yet, so I'll let you know afterwards. But especially for all you women out there, because I know husbands want to get this thing if you live out on a farm, because from what I've heard, it's very capable and it's super comfortable. So yeah, I'm excited. Yeah. I think that was pretty good. I think it's right here to the right. Right? Yeah. Yeah. All right. That's what took me out last time. We're good. Yeah. All right, let's try it. That loose gravel was sketching me out a little bit. Nice. But, yeah, they're right about holding on. Skirt, skirt. Skirt. Oh yeah, if you live on a farm, I got some land to drive this on, this thing, it'd be awesome. I could see it, I could see it. All right, let's test the turn radius. Oh, that's a lot better. Nice. Yeah, that's awesome.
You might need gear 3 and 4-wheel drive to get up this.
That's it. Up. Up.
Hold up.
Oh boy. You say up? Okay.
Look at him. He's a little happy little guy. Oh, there he goes. You might want to get out of the way there, bud. Hate for you to get
4x4 coming through.
that to myself.
She's stuck, but she got mud all over me. Here's how to unstuck your Badger once you get it stuck. Simply just takes one decently strong man and you can deadlift it, squat it, whatever, out of the hole. Lift each end up just a little bit and it comes right out. Literally no need for a winch. We were gonna add a winch to this thing, but I don't think we're gonna even waste our time because look at that. Jordyn, go ahead, let's see if get you out of the hole that easy. No winching required. Woo, woo, back in business. I literally see the dripping out of the holes in the bottom. That's why you got those drain holes, baby.
Gonna go to the other side?
Yeah, do it with the back wheel too. That was sick. All right, you rolling? Mm-hmm. I look okay?
Your boobs are hanging out.
Okay, whatever. We're going to talk about a slight modification we did when we were doing wheelies. And it turned out to be slightly useful as well when we're going up hills. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about it. On all of these electric devices, there is obviously mechanical brakes, but they all have a brake sensor as well that is connected to the controller that controls your electronic braking. When you are at an angle on a hill and you pull your brake normally, it's going to cut off your engine completely. And it makes it a little bit trickier to get going up a hill when you have that sort of kill switch effect. So especially for wheelies too, we ended up cutting both of our brake sensors on this thing and it made it ride a little more aggressively. It's something that I would recommend if you're doing a lot of hard off-roading. Maybe you could try it and see how it is. It's something that obviously after you cut it, we're gonna fix it with a couple connectors here so that it'll be plug and play basically. Whenever you want to unplug it for somebody who wants to do stunts or whatever, you can give the thing a little bit more ability to have control by the user, I would say, where you remove the safety feature. Anyways, we're just gonna show you quick how to solder real quick because I've never really done that on any of my YouTube videos for you guys. I've soldered a good amount of times at this point where this should be easy for me and it should be at least a decent tutorial for you guys who don't know how to solder to be able to connect a couple wires. This is something that's really useful if you own something like this or an electric scooter or anything these days that's electric, e-bike, whatever. We're gonna be using these connectors right here. These are called XT30s. All we're gonna do is connect our brake wires back with these connectors. There's 2 wires inside each one of these insulated wires. And we're just gonna start over here. So the first part of soldering is you always have to pot the wire and the connector. So what that means is we're gonna put a little bit of solder right here on each part of this connector. And that's gonna give us a sticky little spot when we get our wire to stick it to. So you're gonna need solder, you're gonna need flux, you're gonna need your soldering iron. Let's see what I have it. Mine set at about 425-ish Celsius. Any basic soldering iron. This is like a $10 soldering iron off Amazon I've used for like 2 years. It works fine. You're gonna get a little bit of flux, just a little dab will do you. We've got our helping hands. This is what's called here. Really useful if you're going to do any soldering and just invest in one of these and it'll help you hold stuff while you're using both of your hands to do something. So I like to hold my soldering iron in my right hand because I'm right hand dominant. You're going to use that with whatever hand you're best with, and then you're going to take your solder with your other hand like this. These are super small and very quick to heat up, so it's not going to take long at all. Boom, that's all we're doing, literally. That one's potted. Now we're going to go to the other side. That's it. Strip this wire here and try not to ruin the 2 inside wires when you do this. Sometimes I'll do a little cut like this and pull just a little bit and then use the tip like this. And even there I messed it up just a little bit. You see there's some wire maybe showing there just a little bit. So we're going to go a little deeper. Go just around the edges like that. Now you're going to see our 2 inner wires here. I'm going to strip both of these as well. 18. Pretty close. And there we go. We got our 2 wires stripped. We're going to twist these 2 wires. And they're just a little long, so I'm going to trim them down. That's about all you need on this. Very short amount of wire to connect these. We're going to twist the end one more time. Pot these wires same way we did with the connector. So we're going to get our flux and our solder. Our soldering iron here. Heat the end of it up like this. You don't want to put the solder right on the hot iron right away. You want to let the iron heat up the tip of the wire. Get it nice and hot first so then it'll flow throughout the whole wire as you put it on like that. And boom, that's all we do right there. Let's do the other one. Get a little more flux. The flux helps facilitate everything melting together really quickly. See how it won't even stick to it right away. You got to let it heat up just enough and boom, potted. There you go. We're going to use our helping hands here to just get this really close to where we want it, like this. Now these connectors always have a plus, as you can see there barely maybe, and a minus on this side. This doesn't really matter on this type of wire because there's not a positive and a negative so much, but ground is usually the negative, so we're going to put that on the bottom and we'll put the yellow up here on the positive. So this is where we're going to connect this. All we have to do is tap it with a little soldering iron and feed it right in there. We're also going to add a little heat shrink right here, cover everything up here so there's not any shorts. It'll go like that. This is a small enough wire that I'm probably going to use my tweezers here because it's so small. It's just going to happen just like that. This is very, very quick. Hope you guys catch this. It takes only like a second. You want to make sure you get this close enough so there's not like tension. Just be in the perfect spot, like right there. And you very carefully ignore my shaking left hand. Carefully heat it from the side, like this is how I do it. Get the wire hot at the same time, and boom, we are soldered. That's all it is right there. Let it cool for a good 5-10 seconds, and then you're good to go. You're gonna take your heat shrink here, slightly melt that so that protects our solder we just did. Next, we're gonna flip this over and do the other side. Heat shrink on there. We're just gonna go bam with it. So make sure everything's lined up here how you want it. Boom, right there. Just gonna go bam with it right there. Boom. That wasn't a good one. A little better. Boom. That should be okay. Shrink that one down too. All right, take your shrink wrap. Get it over there. You want this just over the edge here because as you can see, and it'll end up like looking like this. This should hold up fine in light use. But anyways, that's where we're at. We're gonna put another one over here. Do the same for this side over here, and we're good to go. Like I said, as a mod for all you guys, if you want to do wheelies, you're gonna probably need to do this. Just get a little more control with both braking and motor. But for most people, you may never do this. You know, I'll be honest with you. This is not something that you need to do ever if you don't want to. But if you like to do fun stuff, try it out and see how it works for you. That sure looks great.
That ain't bad at all.
Tripping.
There's some sand up in there.
A little bit on the edges just from around here, but
Oh, okay.
we did drown the thing. What do you expect? You know, it looks great for.
You're right, that's the edge, not the inside.
Let it air dry.
Yeah.
For now, but it should be fine. Well, guys, that was a crazy day, as you saw from all the videos we got down in the creek, going around the field and in the trails. Shout out to Jordyn. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect. I don't think any of us did. Potentially going to destroy this thing. We had no idea what would happen, but we're pleasantly surprised, honestly, how it actually handled. I think the biggest surprise for all of us was through the creek. It's very muddy, as you guys saw, and I showed several clips of the large side-by-sides getting stuck. And that's pretty standard with those. If you go in the creek when it's really muddy, they're just so heavy, they sink down. You end up having to spend time winching it out, and it's just a pain in the butt. This thing is lighter, and it just cruises over the creek like nothing we've ever seen before, to be honest. My uncle's been riding on this creek for 50 years, all right? Been messing around it forever. And this is like the most fun toy I think that he's seen yet down there. And shout out to Vcarts. Shout out to my family for making this one happen again. And thanks for watching. Scooter Gang out.